Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore and today I'm going to read your tea leaves for you. Hopefully the universe has a good message for us. If you are new or you're returning, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video, and I just would love to hear from you. And hopefully, if you like this video, you will subscribe, and then you can see some of the other videos in the future. Trying to do one a day. Sometimes I miss a day here and there, just depending. But trying to build up a little archive of readings for you all. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. I'm going to start with the cup facing to the right. We're going to go counterclockwise 3 times and stop at the heart. Okay. All right, let me grab my little stick here. And I've never used this cup, so hopefully it's pretty deep, but I'm hoping that it'll be easy to see. It might take me a few tries though. Okay. All right. So I'm already seeing some really cool, let's see, I might have to be down here a little bit more, but I'm sorry. It just bums me out that it gets like this. Okay, so I'm already seeing a couple of images, and I just kind of want to take it around here. Let's see what we have. Oh, that one's pretty nice right there. Okay. Maybe, can I get you? There we go. But maybe if trying to get this in the viewfinder the way that I need it. Okay, here we go. Now, this one right here, I'm going to start with. This looks like a little person, okay, with their hands right here, their hand right there, and they're on their knees. And they're looking up, and then above it, it looks like a little rabbit jumping, which reminds me of the rabbit on the moon, or, the rabbit jumping in the sky. Okay, and then above the rabbit, I see the little shape of a small butterfly. So we're gonna talk about these 3 images first, because they're really the ones that really stood out to me first. So the rabbit is oftentimes a symbol of rebirth, a symbol of self-sacrifice, a symbol of fertility, of course, a symbol of large families, and just in general, wisdom. So having to do with the moon, it makes me think that although there's no moon, but this shape of a jumping rabbit, okay, and it's jumping over the top of this person who, if they're on their knees, which is what I'm seeing, it almost is kind of, they're in a prayer position, okay? They're looking up at the sky, and this is how I am stringing this together in my mind. This is the image that I'm getting. They're looking up in awe. Okay, and there's this rabbit jumping over. It's up in the sky. It's a big symbol of rebirth in my estimation. And then paired with this little butterfly. Now, as far as tea leaf reading goes, the butterfly has a variety of meanings. A small butterfly can mean that there's a need for some joy in your life, that there maybe has been some troubles, but you really need just some good news kind of thing, something floating in. Just a little wisp of something a little more positive. But for me, you know, I think the butterfly obviously is often is a symbol of transformation, okay, from the caterpillar and all the processes between the chrysalis and all that into a butterfly. So this is the final form, and it also is also often associated. My goodness, often also associated with being a psychic, having some kind of psychic ability. Okay, so these three together really make me think that you're a psychic person. Okay, you're going through a powerful rebirth in your life. Okay, and I think that one of the things that's really allowing that to happen is this kind of innate psychic ability that you have. I think that this is maybe something you've worked on, but I think more than likely, because it's a smaller butterfly, I think that it's probably something that's emerging and becoming more important to you. I think that this image of this person on their knees, I think that I think that that is a good indicator that some of the things that you've seen have really brought you to your knees. I think that there have been moments of awe. I think that some of the things that you've been through have really made you go to your spiritual side. I think that you've been utilizing things like prayer, talking to divine beings, just a guardian angel possibly. But I think that you've asked for some guidance, and I think that it's allowed you to really start to become the person that you've wanted to be. I think that you feel stronger. I think that you feel like you have some clarity. I feel like you really are having moments where things are happening that sometimes you might think, oh, is this a coincidence? Or, is this synchronicities? Or, am I just finding patterns that maybe aren't really that important, or whatever. But I think that definitely these symbols are telling me that you are seeing things, you're experiencing things, and they're very meaningful. And it's not just you applying some kind of meaning to it that's not there. I think they correlate with one another, and they're important, and they've been important for your self-evolution. Now I'm gonna turn this, and I'm so sorry that this is like this. And now this one here, okay, this is a giraffe. I had a giraffe in a reading the other day that it was a really big one, but I had never really had a giraffe in my cup, and now it's funny that a couple days later I already have another one. So this one's a little bit of a smaller giraffe, but its head is pointed towards the right. I think that for me, anyways, this giraffe in the giraffe symbol in general really is an indicator of somebody that's a very is a very deep thinker. I think somebody that's very intelligent. I think also somebody that has just really creative and new ideas, is definitely able to really just get their head up there in the clouds and daydream a little bit, and really just kind of come up with really interesting creative ideas, and also just make plans to get through the things that they're getting through, projects, problems, what have you. I think you're just really a person that just is so, so bright. And the other part of the giraffe is that they're very grounded grounded creatures, right? They're they're definitely on the ground. Their feet are in the earth. They're way up there in the tree, getting all the good leaves at the top, right? But they never have to leave that grounding. And I think that's definitely, you're that kind of person too. I think you're very level-headed. You have a very like balanced left and right brain thinking. I think you're equally as, you know, as much as you're creative, you're a logical thinker. And I think that you're just, you know, very rounded person. Okay. And then let's see what we have over here. If I can get this too. Come on. There you go. Okay, so this one's interesting. And I just hope that I'm able to. This one, okay, so this little formation here looks to me, and I hope that you're able to see it the way that I am. It looks kind of like a little devil. Like, it looks like a child. I think that this is a child in your life that is maybe a little naughty, maybe a little rambunctious. I don't think it's like devil, like, you know, evil or anything like that. But when I see a little one like this, it makes me think like it's a very childlike energy. But it's also just, you know, maybe some problems, maybe some behavioral problems, maybe just some little, you know, you're not able to focus on the things that you want to all the time. They're just kind of got a lot of energy and they're doing what they want and they don't maybe listen a lot. So I understand because I have a toddler and, you know, sometimes you just gotta stop what you're doing and let that silly little thing kind of take over your attention. And so I think that's what that is. I think this, more than anything, it's just taking you from, you know, some of your work. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't, you know, I think it's just kind of a life thing. And I think that it's just a reminder that not everything goes our way, okay? And maybe this isn't an actual child. Maybe this is somebody who has a childlike personality or energy, or maybe it's just really, you know, just an energy within our life, you know, something that is, you know, taking up our attention and not allowing for you to form those ideas that you want and work on them all the time. Let's see. So this one's interesting too, because it looks like it is looking at this little kind of naughty creature right there. It looks like it. I keep seeing like kind of like a bird person, almost like in a poncho, like a rain poncho. Okay, and just kind of looking down at this little devil formation. It looks like it's almost like a bird though. And let's see, how am I trying to get it? There we go. So it looks almost like it's a bird person, and it kind of looks like it has a poncho on, or maybe those are its feathers, but it's kind of a humanoid. It looks like a human body for sure, and it's upright. So I also am seeing the mouth, and I'm so sorry. I'm having trouble getting it to where, because it's such a deep cup, and I don't know that this is going to be the best cup to read from for the videos. It looks good in person, but it's hard to get it on there. But anyways, you'll just have to trust me on, its mouth is open. It almost looks like it's yelling or squawking at this little one. So I think that this is kind of just I feel like this is like maybe in you, and it looks like you're just flustered. I feel like this is part of this little narrative of, I think that there's maybe, you know, there are little outbursts of just not anger, but just frustration when you're not able to do the things that you want to do, and you're being pulled every which way. It's making you just feel, you know, a little unbalanced sometimes. And, you know, you're a balanced person. You don't like feeling like you are not in control of, you know, your immediate now, I think. And so I feel like this is like this is maybe the big thing that's been in your way recently, and, you know, and in the recent past. Now, I think that this rabbit is definitely an indicator of the, you know, the self-work and the kind of rebirth process. I think that maybe probably you found some things that are working for you. Maybe you're meditating. Maybe you're putting yourself into your creative processes a little more. Maybe allowing yourself some rest. And then just over here, and I don't know how well, I have two little figures. They look like two dogs barking at each other. They're standing behind this, like, this figure that looks like the bird. I think that this is just another kind of supporting detail, just showing that that there's this anxiety. There's kind of maybe just moments of frustration, maybe a little barking, some arguing. But I think that, you know, moving this way towards the right, which is in the future, this one's in the past, that you've really started to work on getting it together, figuring out how you can find, you know, time for your passions, really, really making the best of your time, really being a creative person. I'm going to look on this side here real quick. I almost wonder if there's like something, I feel like I'm reading that there's a new person coming into your life. And I don't think that it is so much of a romantic partner or friend, but almost like you might have a child coming soon, or maybe your own child, or somebody else's child, maybe a family member is going to start being more involved in your life. You're going to take a more active role in their life. And I'm really seeing that. I've seen now in this one down here, I see this formation. Oh, goodness. I see this formation right here at the leg, and I don't know if it's easy for you to see, but on the leg, it almost looks like a little baby hanging onto the leg. So I think that maybe that there's going to be, in the near future, some kind of situation where you're going to be caring for a child. Okay, and if that's yours, I can't really tell. I don't see any more indications, really. I just think that maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to see. Maybe in the saucer, it's going to be more clear. Now this one in here, let's see if I can get this down here. Down in here. And I'm so sorry. It's so hard to see in the light here. Anyways, there's kind of a person, it looks like somebody's running with pulling on their dress, pulling it up and kind of running. And I think that this is just more of that anxiety. I feel like sometimes you feel like you just want to run away. There's just so much going on. But I think that, you know, you're very aware that you're not happy when you feel like that, and that you have been making the effort to, you know, implement some of the things that you need to become a little more balanced and get back to like who you feel as an authentic being, which, like I said, feels like a very balanced left right person, a brained person. And I think that a lot of that just is due to domestic stuff, or, you know, time. You just don't have the time to do the things you want recently. So I think that it looks like in the next 3 months, you're going to be getting ready for this child. I think that you are going to be getting news that they're going to be coming around. It's strange because just towards the end of the looking at the cup, I think that definitely there's this like child energy, and maybe that's what that kind of, that little devil child thing was kind of. And I don't think it's an evil child, but I think this next 3 months are going to be big. Okay. And I think then maybe around the 4th month, that's really when you're going to start to find your place and get into your routine. But I think all the while, I feel like, you know, initially you're going to feel some anxiety about taking on more responsibility, or, you know, starting to get ready to have a child, if that's what this situation is. But you are going to find confidence that you didn't necessarily know that you had. I think that definitely there's going to be a big transformation in you. And you are just really going to find out that you're really good at this situation and the things that are involved in this new, you know, life change that you have coming up. And you know what? That happens sometimes when you are taking on more than you thought you could ever handle, and or something happens and you just, you know, you all of a sudden are responsible for something that you had no idea you were going to be. But you end up doing it well, you know? So I really am seeing that this is going to be a really positive a change in your life. A big change, but a good one. Definitely a good one. Okay, so I just want to thank you. I'm so honored to be able to read these leaves for you. I'm so happy that you're spending time on my channel, spending time with me. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you're thinking about, what you're seeing in the cup. Does this stuff resonate with you? You know, just, or just, what's going on, whatever. Yeah, so thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful night, or wonderful day, or morning, whenever you're watching this. And this is Ula Tea Leaf Reading. My name is Lenore. We'll see you again soon.